Last minute Charlie. Last minute Charlie here. You ready? This looks frozen, solid. Oh, now it's not. Oh, now we got 41. Oh, it went from 2 to 41. This car is my train. I've been driving, I've been wondering what it is I'm running from again. I feel like an 80-year-old man holding on to 29. And up ahead on that horizon is a California line. Up ahead a truck's carrying a wide load, prefab house cut in half, cute little front door and 2 windows, my lord. Ain't sure whether to cry or should laugh. See, I broke a home up myself once as I stumbled to that door. I read a note by the dawn's light, said, don't you come round here anymore. Well, I've had enough of this freedom of the road. Never was good with decisions, at least that's what I've been told. Haircut, Mr. Shannon? No, I just wet it. I need a haircut. All right, he literally had to sing for his supper tonight. We just got home. I was out networking, power networking, and he hasn't had dinner, so I said he's got to sing before he gets his dinner, so he's literally singing for his supper tonight. So let me go let him go eat. Good job, Champy. Come on. Come on, buddy. Go eat your food. Go eat your food. Go to Mama. You want your food? All right. Fantastic, Bob. Tell him what he's won. You've won Gemini Bear. Gemini Bear the best. Get Champy a record deal. He needs a record deal. I'll just go in there as a backup. I'll go in as backup guitar. The rhythm section. All right. I don't know if anything interesting happened today. my one of my board directors. I saw one of my board directors tonight. A fine fella named Vijay. And Vijay works for the Goog. And I saw him and I was like, dude, what the fuck? How is Gemini Ultra that bad? It sounds like they have a cultural, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like calcification over there. And, I think that these generative AI tools, because they're a balance of art and technology, I believe now more than ever, as evidenced by this, and I'll talk about that bear in particular, which, in a little teeny window, it doesn't look too bad, but wait till you see what I compare it to. Thank you, Danielle, for doing that, by the way. Because I think it's a really good, I don't know, it's a good demonstration of just something is amiss with Google products. And and you know what it is? The people part. It's like Soylent Green. Soylent Green is people. The people are missing. The humanity is missing from Google's products. The fact that I, as a paying member of Google, am told in a generic pop-up box that either I'm in a country that's not supported or I have an account type that's not supported. They couldn't take the time to program in, oh, you've got a Google Workgroup account, you pay us this much a month, you're at this level of subscription level, because of that, you have to set special permissions in your account. Let me take you there. Or let me give you the link to send to your administrator, or better yet, I'll send it to your administrator and say, one of your users is trying to use our fancy new AI tools. Would you like to let them do that? How is that not being thought about? It's the behavior of a company that's had an effective monopoly for 15 years. That's exactly what that is. We don't need to worry about our customers. They don't matter. They'll keep clicking on shit. It's okay. Keep engineering. Keep making features. Keep making technology. Oh, AI? OpenAI's kicking our ass? Well, we invented the shit. Go make technology. What they're prioritizing is launch dates and not quality of product. It's amazing. Anyway, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Gemini Ultra launched today from Google, the long-awaited, super powerful version of what used to be Bard and is now called Gemini, which I think that's a good move. But boy, is it a stinky piece of shit. It is just a stinky, nasty smear on your sneaker right before you walk into the party piece of shit. Exactly. Like Huey Lewis in the News is playing live at this party in your honor, and right before you step into the party, you slide through some gooey shit. But you have to go into the party because they know you just walked up to the door. That's my metaphor for Gemini Ultra. And it's funny, like, I thought I might be disappointed, but I didn't. I honest to God, I did not think it would be like, it's bad. Like, it's like, it's not usable. The quality of the images is bad, but like 2/3 of the time, it doesn't think it can make images. So it does like a flowery description of an image. I had, it recommended I use DALL-E once. I tried to get it to make a logo. It told me to go to Canva and use it. But Kyle, don't we say it's all janky right now and we'll get better? Yeah, Dr. Bod, absolutely. And if this were Google's first product, yeah, I would agree with you. If this was Google's second product, I would agree with you. This is their third or fourth swing at the bat. They made this huge splash in December that Gemini Ultra is as good or better than ChatGPT 4 according to all of these benchmarks, scientific benchmarks. And then when they were about to launch it, they found out it wasn't good in other languages, so they delayed the launch for 2 months. And it's still only available in English. They're still not doing foreign languages because apparently it's so bad at that. And honest to God, it's like, did anyone fucking test this thing? Like at one point I asked it to find YouTube links and it said it couldn't, and then it said it could. They own fucking YouTube. If it should be able to do one thing well, it's like Slay being able to search YouTube content. And it can sort of do it, but sort of not. And like sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes it makes images, and sometimes it doesn't. And when it actually does what it's supposed to do, it's decent. Like I've only played with it for a total of about an hour, so I don't know if it's as good or better, or as good or equal to, or just slightly lower than ChatGPT 4 in terms of its quality. But like just in terms of its consistency as a product, like it's bad. Complacency. Yeah, exactly. Like it honest to God, what it feels like there is not at Google right now is someone going, a Steve Jobs asshole going, no, it's gotta be good. It randomly started giving me Chinese mid-response today. Exactly. My Twitter feed right now is, when I go look at my generative AI stuff, I must have followed someone that I can't get it to not give me Chinese tweets. I'm like, okay, I guess I could go translate them, but it's like 10 in a row all the time. I get like batches of them. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But anyway, look, AI Salon merch. We added a new value to the salon today, also thanks to Danielle, inspired by her. And so she gets Gemini Bear today, and she got a value added to the salon. By the way, don't think you're all going to be adding values to the salon. It was one that in hindsight I think was missing. And she pointed it out, and I was like, well, let's fucking add it. So I'll talk to you about that in a bit. Okay, if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, welcome. My name's Kyle Shannon. Some people refer to this as Chat ADD, sometimes Chat TMZ, sometimes just, what is that old man talking about? Does he even know how to use technology? Why am I still watching this 2 hours later? All of those are what this has been called. And this is that. And so we'll talk about generative AI stuff. If you have questions about AI, pop them in the comments below. If you want to know why it's a big deal, pop them in the comments below. If you want to know why this shit's so weird right now, and it's somewhere between the most profoundly powerful tech you've ever had your hands on, and is this even usable? I can talk a little bit about that. I can talk about my little party I went to tonight. They had not a Manhattan, an old fashioned made with burnt marshmallow liqueur or something like that, or toasted marshmallow liqueur. And I was like, give me just half of the toasted marshmallow liqueur. It was a bad call. Like an old fashioned's already fucking sweet. You don't put more fucking sugar in it. And then I had a Manhattan, and that was too sweet. So I didn't even finish the Manhattan. So I am woefully under inebriated considering my intent at the party. We're gonna start rating the lives on a scale of from ChatGPT to Gemini Ultra. There you go. Yeah, it's to the question, Dr. Bod, about like, is it going to get better? It's a weird kind of bad. It's a kind of bad that I bet a lot of engineers will look at and say, well, it's functional, so it's fine. It launched. You can search stuff in it. We can run it through these tests, and it hits these benchmarks. And where it falls on its face is like the whole experience. Like the user experience is overall like just dramatically worse than ChatGPT 4. And I was expecting one of two things. I was expecting it to be as good as ChatGPT 4 in its current state, or it would have some unique new interface that was like truly multimodal, visual, something different than just a chat box. And it was just a chat box, and it sucked. So I thought I had tempered my expectations on this, but I did not temper them enough. It's bad. Like we'll go through it. I'll show it. We'll go look at it, but it's a stinky piece of poo. I had Gemini Ultra kind of day. I had an okay day. Oh, except I just realized there's something going on in our app that's not technically a bug, but it's horrible user experience. And I can't believe it made it through testing. Like, I don't know how I missed it. I must have missed a rev of our app or something like that in testing. And it's just atrocious. I'm like, fuck. I'm going to deal with that tomorrow. But other than that, the day was pretty good. But like, I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird. Thank you for subscribing, Brandon. Appreciate that as always. Whew. Can you try Jan? It's an open source project that lets you run an AI model natively on your PC. I will not try Jan because A, I don't have a PC. B, I'm avoiding the open source world just because it is hard enough to keep up with the commercial world. It's impossible to keep up with the commercial world. And the open source world, as exciting as it is, it's just like, it's seriously like you install a model and 3 days later someone comes out with a better version of that model. And then either that model is obsolete and not working anymore because they degraded it or just took it down or whatever the fuck they do. Or so you're just constantly chasing model updates. And it's like, I don't understand how the open source world gets any fucking work done. It's like all they got to be doing is downloading GitHub reps and I don't know, spinning shit up. I mean, if that's your jam, then I can see why you do it. But I'm not a developer, so yeah. What are you gonna do? Yeah, about that. Yeah, hey, listen, Peter. Yeah, we're gonna need you to go on ahead and come on in on Saturday. Yeah. Oh, hey, and one more thing, Peter. Yeah, we're gonna need you to go on ahead and come on in on Sunday too. It's the office, or Office Space ASMR. Stupid movie quotes ASMR. I'll tell you what, if I started a stupid movie quotes ASMR channel, I bet I can make some buck.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
Have ChatGPT write all the scripts for me, do my stupid voices. Bang! Boiling in cash. Thank you very much, you both. All right, what do you want to do tonight, people? What do you want to do? Let's figure it out. You want to go look at the internet, or you want to go look at the ChatGPT? I'm a high school ticket funnel marketer. A high ticket funnel marketer. I was like, wait, what's a high school ticket funnel marketer? A high ticket funnel marketer. How can AI help with my landing pages, VSLs, webinars, and emails? Make fun of Gemini. Okay, I'll keep doing that. We'll go in and we'll have some Gemini fun. Listen, here's what I will do. I will try to seriously go in and do work on Gemini, and then while it falls on its face, I will make searing fun of it. Kyle, tell the nice people about your roundtable event this weekend. What is my roundtable event this weekend? Is that this weekend? It's next week. Is that the one with Townsend? Or am I committed to another one I forgot about that I just haven't looked? Oh, She Leads AI. Yes. So, Ann Murphy. So go to let's Gemini it up. Okay, we'll Gemini it up. So, Ann, do me a favor. DM me the details of it, and then I'll talk about it. I forgot that was this weekend. Because Townsend put out, I'm speaking with you on a panel with Townsend next week with Jim Ross also. I thought that's what you were talking about, but I'm like, wait, that wasn't the weekend. So yeah, DM me the details on Mighty Networks, and I will chat it up. Okay, let me get my mod channel up here so I can see if I'm doing anything dumb. Well, of course you're doing things dumb, Kyle. This is janky GPT. Oh, you know what? I think this iPad's gonna need a little restart here. It does not seem happy. I'm trying to. Oh, Daisy. I don't know if you're listening, Daisy. If you're listening, we love you. You're amazing. You're fucking amazing. Yeah, so sleep, rest, do what you need to do. But know you're loved. Okay. Let's see. I love the winged bear. It would make a great shirt. Does Gemini shit in the woods? I was looking for the different modes and found the one box to ask different questions. Thoughts? I don't know what that is. Poll is up. All right. So the poll. What's the poll? Oh, what should we do tonight? Roast Gemini. So the poll's right there. Click on that thing. You have 4 minutes. Run back to ChatGPT, Perplexity AI, VR, AR, philosophical soapboxing. Okay, so you can go poll there. Know that with these polls, even if you vote 100% for me to do one thing, because it's Chat ADD, I might not do that thing. So just know that your professor's a loose cannon. All right. All right. I had a feeling Gemini would be a flop. Not expecting much from Google anymore. Rip. I'm feeling a bit with Google right now, like Charlie Brown and Lucy with kicking the football. Like I keep going to this place of like they're fucking Google, like they invented this shit. They know what they're doing. And then when I experience it, I'm like, oh, well, it might be technically sound, but it is not a product right now. Well, is it a product? It's not a usable product. If you've incorporated ChatGPT into your workflow, especially ChatGPT 4, and especially if you're doing anything with DALL-E, the image generation or code interpreter, like Gemini Ultra, you can't upload PDFs or CSV files, to my knowledge, or text files. It's pictures only. So it's not doing anything like code interpreter. Champy, you back? It's weird. 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 It's weird, people. All right, listen. Listen. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to send you all over. We're going to talk about the AI Salon. That logo look familiar? That's the one that's on my t-shirt. All right, so this group, this organization, this community called the AI Salon is a really amazing group of people. Every time I go in the room, it just keeps buffering. Are we getting bad buffering here? Do I need to restart my router? I might need to go yell at my boys. Give me some feedback about is this hanging for a lot of people or is it okay? It's fine for me. It's good. No, sir. No, it's okay. Okay, cool. All right. Fine for me. Okay. Fine. Okay, good. So this group, the AI Salon, is a group that I started with Leah Faston, who I just met in person for the first time Tuesday. I lost my little picture. And she's remarkable. And we started this the week after ChatGPT came out. And then we created a web-based version of the community that we launched in December. So we're just like two and a half months into this thing. And we've already cracked 1,000 people. It's an amazing group of people. And so if you go to the salon.ai, that's going to take you to this link tree right here. And you can get merch if you want merch, and it supports the salon. The salon doesn't cost anything. And you're like, but what is a salon? Is that like, do you guys all go out and get your nails done? Is that who does your hair, Kyle? Because if that's where you get your hair done, it doesn't seem like a very good salon. It's like a salon, like a turn of the century intellectual jam kind of salon, not where you get your hair done kind of salon. And so when you come here, if you go to this Welcome to the AI Salon, it'll tell you all about who we are and what we do. A community of extraordinary adventurers exploring the AI unknown. So basically, we're a group of people that are choosing to geek out on AI and figure this shit out and like lean into it and make GPT weekends and build shit and now do pictures and now make songs and now make movies and just keep throwing shit at the wall and inspiring one another. And that's who this group is. Ragtag group of misfits, ne'er-do-wells, and miscreants, right? Because who wants to hear about AI right now? No one. Perplexity and Pi? Out of 32 votes, Perplexity and Pi got the most votes. That's fascinating. Roast Gemini got the next amount. And then back to GPT. Huh. All right. We'll dig into Perplexity and Pi. I don't know Perplexity super well. The Salon is social media for AI junkies. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Perfect. And then when you're on this page and you read about who we are and what we're about, I want you to pay very close attention to the values. So a lot of times when you hear organizations or companies talk about values, they're kind of these hollow things. If those of you that come in here every night, you know this. You're like, oh my God, he's talking about the fucking values again. I am. Because one of the things I learned, so I started a company called agency.com in the mid-90s, one of the early digital agencies, and we ended up growing to 2,200 people in 5 years. It was fucking insanity. And one of the things I learned in growing agency.com was that no matter how many times you think you had said something, there were people who had never heard it, had never taken it in. And in particular with values, when you've got, the AI Salon, like people are coming from all over the world. They're coming from every profession. They're coming from deep technology backgrounds to no technical background at all, like can barely use a computer but think AI is somehow important and now they're curious about it. Or they made images and now all of a sudden they want to be an artist. And it's amazing. It's this amazing mashup of humanity. And it's a remarkable, I don't know that there's a lot of communities out there like this. Certainly not in the AI space. It's just a special group. And so I want to retain that as we grow. And so the values become, the values I'm about to share with you are who this group already is. This is not what we want to be. This is who we already are. And so my request to you, I'm going to go through these, is just keep watching. Oh my God, he's talking about values. This is so boring. This sounds like a corporate HR event. Good Lord. Yeah, whatever. I want you to just, listen to the values. And if they resonate with you, what that means is these are likely your people. And if they don't, if it sounds foreign and weird, probably not your people. So first value is curiosity. We want people that are curious and interested in figuring this stuff out. Second one is generosity. Like, as you figure stuff out, share what you're learning. Share how you did it. Share the prompt or the thinking that went into it. Or, well, I started in Midjourney and then it gave me this, and then I had to describe the image and I took the description and I put oh, okay, cool. That's crazy. Let me try that. Oh my God, that's amazing. Right? That's generosity. Like when you join the group, introduce yourself. That's a generous act. I made a new graphic for this one today because the word was too small. Exploration. We want people that are excited to try new things. Not just sitting on the sidelines, not just like, well, I learned prompt engineering and I'm done. No. Get good at prompting and then get good at the next thing. Are you good at real-time images yet? Collaboration. We want people that are willing to reach out and say, hey, you want to do something together? I'm good at this. You're good at project management. Let's put on a show. Inclusion. People coming from everywhere. Welcome them in. And use what is probably the most important value, the most important skill over the next 10 or 20 years, empathy. So much is going to be changing so fast that people are going to be freaked the fuck out. So rather than getting all bitter and angry, why don't you find out where they're coming from? Understand why they're afraid. Understand why they're angry. Understand why they think these things steal. Ask them what's behind that. Ask them what they're doing. Is their job threatened? Did they just lose their job? What's the fear? And then ask them if they want to see something cool. And then here's the new one. Gratitude. And I'll read this one because this is a new value. We believe that gratitude is a practice. Gratitude is not just a feeling, but an action. Take the time to acknowledge the efforts, support, and successes of the extraordinary people in this community. Especially if someone inspires you, go out of your way to acknowledge them. Tag them in your posts. Reach out and let them know they made a difference, which is also an act of generosity. See, gratitude was implicitly rolled into these other values. And what we decided to do was say, let's not have it be implicit. Let's have it be explicit. So there's 7 values, which feels like a good number. I created a children's calendar with coloring pages, all with AI. Beautiful, lovely. And look at the name, Grateful. That's awesome. Great name. 10 out of 10 on the name. All right, so that's the values of the salon. So if that sounds cool to you, you should join. And how do you join? I don't know. It's Mighty Networks somewhere. You probably click on something to create an account. Do that. And then start exploring our little server. The first place I want you to explore, go to the community section, and the very first little thing here is introduce yourself. Please go introduce yourself. I ask people to do this nightly. There's like 100 people in here every night. There's 128 people right now. How do you make your graphics? All those graphics were made in DALL-E 3. And some of the text I did in Photoshop today, like the gratitude text I did in Photoshop, I could not for the life of God get it to spell gratitude right. And I didn't feel like photoshopping it, so I just was like, fuck it. And I just went and made the text myself. Most of the other ones were just made natively in DALL-E. And for the most part, I don't mind typos. I think typos are going to be a really interesting artifact from this era because this time next year, there will be no typos in images. Everything will be perfect or close to it. So So enjoy the typos while we have them. But if they're going to be the values of the organization and someone's coming here new, I'd like the values to be spelled correctly. So call me a stickler for detail. So go to the community section and introduce yourself. Be generous. Say, hey, here's who I am. Here's what I'm up to. Here's where I am with AI. I'm excited about it. I'm scared of it. I'm new. I've been doing it since ChatGPT came out. Whatever. And then you can check out water coolers, just kind of an open discussion. There's a lot of Gemini bashing going on in there. Show and tell's an area you can show and tell. There's a news area. Kyle, did you get this too? We've updated your OpenAI account. Instead of receiving a bill at the end of the month, you'll need to purchase credits and use the API. Huh, that's interesting. I don't know if I did. 2 hours ago. I haven't checked my email, so it's possible. There's also, in the community section, there's also this thing called AI Tools and Resources. I updated this today. So I personally maintain this part of the site. And my renderings have already improved in the last month alone with regards to typos. Yeah, there was DALL-E got significantly better about a month ago. So something shifted about a month ago with DALL-E text generation being better at spelling. Hopefully that continues. Like at some point, what they need to do is generate an image, use GPT vision to look at the image, and if the word is missing or if the word is misspelled or words, then redo the image or do in painting and just redo the part of the image where the word's fucked up. Like this is a solvable problem, so they'll solve that. Gemini is number one now, right? yeah, it's number one. Bard still the best. So why I put ChatGPT at the top of this, if you're brand new to AI, if you've not played with AI, and you're like, but Kyle, where do I start? Kyle. Hey, Kyle, listen. Hey, Kyle. Start with ChatGPT. It's the best. Is it perfect? No. None of these tools are perfect. 0% of these tools are anywhere resembling perfect. You could argue that no software is perfect, but all AI tools right now are janky pieces of shit. That's just a fact. And that's not my opinion. That's not Kyle's opinion. If you go to Wikipedia and you look up the entry for janky pieces of shit, first definition of janky pieces of shit, all generative AI tools as of February 8th, 2024. It's the first entry. Look it up. Look it up on ChatGPT. I promise you it's there. Say ChatGPT 4, not ChatGPT. Why? It's ChatGPT 4 is implied. I've got both here. So you can, if you use the free ChatGPT, that's 3.5. I think that the $20 a month for ChatGPT Plus, they call it, which is ChatGPT 4, is the best deal in software. Like the value you get for that $20 is insane. And I personally think anyone who wants to get AI literate right now, you should get ChatGPT Plus and you should learn all of what it can do. People don't know what's possible. They don't know what it can do. And it's insane what it can do. It's insane. All right? So then, important large language models. I added Gemini Advanced. Said Google's language model with diverse capabilities now powered by Gemini Ultra is $20 a month, and you cannot currently subscribe with a Google Workgroup account. That's my bitter commentary in there. It's worth trying, but I honest to God, I don't think Gemini Advanced right now is worth $20 a month. I don't think it's worth $5 a month. I'm going to keep paying for it because it's possible it gets much better, much faster than we think, but I have low expectations. There's Perplexity, there's Copilot, there's Pi, Grok, Llama 2. Then there's a whole bunch of image generation tools. I added one in here, didn't I? No, I added one in video? No. Oh, audio. There's video creation tools, there's music and audio. I don't know if y'all have seen Splash Pro. I think I learned about this in the salon. Someone in the salon posted this in Cool Tools or something like that. Add your favorite tool. You can model your own singing voice, and just like Suno, it'll create a song with vocals. But with Splash Pro, you can have the vocals be your singing. So Corey Sandler, I know you're a singer. Whoever's a singer in here, Splash Pro is worth a checkout. You can do one model for free. So that's all the new stuff there, but that's been updated. So go check that out. And then you should also check out the guilds. So there's all these cool guilds, which are sub-communities within the salon. AI 101, art, writing, business. Pate runs the Mechanics Guild about, dealing with all the technical stuff. Healthcare, video, education. We're about to add an ethics guild that I'm really excited about. We just talked about in the organizers meeting today. And for this channel, for the AI Irregulars, we have our own little play box. So as you're playing tonight, go into the aiLL Irregulars channel, or club it's called. It's a club. And then you can, oh, that's nice. Gratitude. Beautiful image. Who's that, Corey Sandler? Of course. Gorgeous. AI Salon or Bust, Tim Sheffel, nice. So as you're playing tonight, Google, exactly. Now with more Transformers, Gemini Ultra. That's the Gemini Bear. Oh, we got to explain the Gemini Bear. Oh, this is so good. Okay, I know you want to talk about Perplexity, but we got to bash Gemini a little bit. That's beautiful. Who did that? Master Alexander. Nice. That's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Gemini Advanced was 2 months free for me anyway. Yeah, I got 2 months for free. Brandon said he got 6 months for free. I don't know what connections he's got, but Gemini Bear, the new the new sacred animal of the AI Salon. The blue rubber ducky was in their video, so ChatGPT's llamaing it out. Who did that? Joker? Yeah, of course. That's a good image. All right, so let's see. Beautiful. AI Learning Lab. That's cool. So if you're generating stuff tonight, throw it in the Irregulars channel so we can all see each other's stuff. You can also there's a chat session in there as well. So you can go in if you've got questions and you don't want to do it in TikTok, you can go, chat, have side conversations over there. Ooh, that's beautiful, Corey. Beautiful. Wow, nice. Okay, so let me show you where the Gemini Bear is coming from. Let me see here. Where? I'm going to go to show and tell, or I'm going to go, I think I'll go here. Hang on, people. Hang on. Okay. So, Danielle today, I thought this was pretty wise. What URL are you on now? So, the URL I'm on right now is aisalon.mn.co. You can also get there if you go to the salon.ai. That'll take you to a link tree, and you click on the very first link at the top of the page that says AI Salon Community, and that will take you to the AI Salon web page, the web community. It's sitting on top of Mighty Networks, but that's irrelevant. This is our home, aisalon.mn.co. Okay, so I went live this morning at like 8, and we started playing with this. And when did she post this? I think she posted it either right before then or during it or something, or right after it, something like that. Anyway, so what she did was she said, let me make some image. Let me take the same prompt and try it in DALL-E, Copilot, Adobe Firefly, and Gemini, which I thought, great, that's perfect, that's cool. So she did her cool prompt, was like some sort of magical bear with magical rainbow crystal wings, or like, it doesn't matter what the prompt was, but that's DALL-E 3, right? So that's ChatGPT. Beautiful, subtle, not quite photographic. Like DALL-E tends to have an illustrative quality to it, but really beautiful reflections in the water. The wings are really sophisticated with these little crystals all over them. Really nice. Here's Copilot, right? Notice it's square because Copilot can't do landscape images for the reason the programmers didn't program it that way. See, ChatGPT programmers did, so you can get landscape wide images from them. So again, this is just kind of like attention to detail in product development. Microsoft, they're just letting it be square, right? So whatever. But beautiful, like nice, well done, well rendered. That's also DALL-E 3, right? The rendering engine for this image is the same as this one. But what I would argue is that the way that ChatGPT programmed DALL-E 3, where it rewrites your prompts for you and it does it in this really sophisticated way, you get better images, right? So that's probably why that one's better than that one. Then you've got Adobe Firefly, which is okay. Firefly, because it wasn't trained on copywritten images, it's just trained on public domain images and stock images that they have access to. It's not quite as sophisticated, but it's still decent, right? Still good. And then you have Bard or Gemini. And it just looks like a sad bear, like it was sort of watercolor painted, but it looks like an angry parent just painted paint on on their fur and then like glued sort of half-assed fairy costume wings right into, like, it's just bad. And and it's not bad on its own. Like if you look at it on its own, you're like, okay, I guess, but like if you compare it, it's the same prompt generated that and that. It's painful. It's painful. And then, listen, you could argue, well, not everyone's going to do art, and these large language models aren't about art. Right. And that's exactly what an engineer would say. Did it make a bear with rainbow fairy wings? Yes. Is it the same as that? If the question is it a bear with rainbow fairy wings? The answer is yes. If you've got eyes, you see that it's a completely different thing. And this is not ready for prime time. Like, this is half as good again as Firefly. Like, this is DALL-E 2 kind of quality. Right? Not even. And so, and I tried to get it to make a logo. It wouldn't make one. It just said, go to Canva and make your own. I'll describe it for you really nice. So anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting. So that's why so if you want to make your own Gemini Bear and share it in the irregulars, the prompt doesn't matter. Anyone can make their own prompt and do what I did. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The prompt is irrelevant. I mean, and quite honestly, here, if you want to know what this prompt was, watch. We'll do something fun. I'm going to copy this image. We'll jump over to ChatGPT. I'm in ChatGPT 4. I'll paste in that image. I'll say, describe this in as much detail as possible. And it will. And then we can just say, now make a new image based on that description. Like, that's the thing. One of the things you may not understand about DALL-E prompting Oh shit! Oh, give it to Gemini. Oh, that's a great idea. Okay, yeah, let's go do that. That's a great idea. Actually, no, it's a really good idea, Brandon, because it'll show us it'll show us how well it does the analysis part, but then it'll show us how well it does the image generation part. Okay, so there's a big long. Oh, it's still going. What's it saying? Fantastical scene with a bear that's been given an extraordinary pair of wings, making it appear like a creature from a mythical story. The bear is centrally placed. The wings are large and majestic, spanning out of both sides of the bear, and are reminiscent of a bird or butterfly wings with a rich array of colors. Hues of pink, purple, blue, purple, pink, and a touch of green, adorned with what seem to be bright twinkling stars or possibly bioluminescent flora. Right? So it's just describing the shit out of it. So now I'll say, make an image with this description in wide format. All right, so let's just see how it does. Paid asking, I joined and see ChatGPT on Gemini Ultra launch day. I've been talking a lot about Gemini Ultra, Pate. We'll go play with Gemini Ultra. We will. In fact, we'll do it after this. I want to see what this does with the image. That's pretty pretty. Pretty gorgeous. It added some butterflies in the scene. Still got the nice reflection. Sun breaking over the waterfall. Right? You still have a lot of the same elements. Composition's really different. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this image as Danielle Dolly 3 Bear to the desktop. And then I'm going to copy this description. Okay, so let's go over to Gemini Ultra, Gemini Advanced. By the way, there's the book I'm in, along with Cindy Kuhn. Where am I going? I'm going to gemini.google.com. Gemini. Apparently, if you misspell Gemini, it doesn't work. All right. I got to switch accounts because I'm not allowed to use this with my paid account from Google. I was giving a lot of shit today about that one. That was my first post about Gemini Ultra was, you got to be fucking kidding me. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to upload the image, because Gemini Ultra can do image recognition and image, it's got vision. So I'm going to say the same thing. Describe this in as much detail as possible. Sure, here's a detailed description. The image shows a large brown bear, feathered wings, on a rock next to a waterfall. Bear is standing on its hind legs, which it's not. Has its front paws resting on a rock. How can it be standing on its hind legs and have its front paws resting on a rock in front of it? Well, whatever. I guess the one paw's off the ground. The waterfall is cascading down the cliff. Here are some additional details. The bear's fur is dark brown. The wings are large and feathered. They're a mix of brown, white, and black. The bear's wings are large and feathered and a mix of brown, white, and black. No. They're not. Oh. All right. The waterfall is tall and narrow, made up of several different streams of water. Is that right? Yes, that's right. The rocks around the waterfall are covered in moss. Trees in the background are tall and green, and they have leaves that are starting to turn yellow and orange, I guess. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing. Make an image based on that description. I'm not going to put in wide format because I know it can only do square images. Why would you need anything other than square? All right, so at least it's doing it, which is good. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't even know. How did it get these colored? Because it didn't describe it as having colored feathers. And there's one with no feathers whatsoever. I don't know, man. I've been laughing all day. Honest to God, this is like something like if you did a photorealistic rendering of something a third grader drew that hadn't quite figured out proportions yet in art. Whew, wow. So anyway, I mean that's kind of an issue. All right, so let's try now. I'm going to try a second experiment. So I'm going to say, now I'd like you to make an image based on this description. I accidentally got some extra images. We'll go back and look at those. All right, so now I'd like you to make an image based on this description. So I'm putting in the description that ChatGPT made of the image in question. So this will show, like, if it gets closer, then that says to me that whatever ChatGPT is doing with how they're analyzing images, yeah, this is closer actually. So whatever ChatGPT is doing in describing the image, like that one's actually not bad. Like these wings have a strength to them that feel proportionate to the bear, right? They're a little short. And, one's yellow and one's fantastical, but whatever. There it's got the weird, fur tainting. This looks like a bear. This looks like a bear at a circus. He's been in a circus for 30 years. He's just, his soul is unbearable. His soul is totally broken, but they keep putting the shiny bedazzled, necklace on him and parade him around. He's like, could you just put me out of my misery? Yeah. But I mean, that's an interesting experiment. That says that DALL-E's, that ChatGPT is is doing the word part, at least with describing images, more accurately than yield. Yield Gemini. This is like a teenage son going, yeah, Dad, it doesn't just have to be about brown fur all the time, Like, I killed the parrot. I can wear the skin. Dad. That bear has seen some things. This bear's like, yeah, I'd like to talk to Charles Darwin is his name. Yeah. Could you patch me through quickly, directly, please? I don't really take fantastical things like this very serious. Well, I mean, yeah, you might not take it serious, but there's a qualitative, like, this is the quality of these images is not, it's not in the same category as the other image generation tools. It's just not. It's just not. Like, and you could argue, is this a relevant test? Maybe from an engineering standpoint it's not. But from a creative standpoint, absolutely. Will someone who's currently using ChatGPT look at this and say, "Ooh, shit, I can use this or ChatGPT"? Absolutely not, in my opinion. Which website is this? This is the new Gemini Advanced. So it's gemini.google.com, and then it's the $20 a month upgrade. All right. Oh, Kath. Sheba, thank you so much. Let's see, but what's the airspeed velocity? What is the average speed of an unladen swallow? All right, let's go in. Let's do a new chat. So we're in ChatGPT. I know people voted for Pi and Perplexity, but we can come back to them. It is Gemini launch day, so let's play around with it. Generate an image in a specific style. Let's click on that tile and see what it does. Oh, that's interesting. They kind of make like little Mad Libs kind of things here. Images of a jungle with a river in a splashy watercolor style. So we'll say images of a river in a desert in a muted pastel style. Yeah, those are not bad. Again, they feel to me kind of like DALL-E 2 did. That one's pretty bad. That's like bad art student league art. I mean, I seriously wonder what the training data is here. Because it's possible that Google didn't want to, get in legal hot water, so they did it on, kind of open source, public domain kind of stuff. How about a muscle car in a warehouse image? Yeah, we can try that. I tried that before. It tends to give, so we can do that. A photograph of a 1970s muscle car in an abandoned factory with sunlight streaming through the windows. Through the broken windows. Make a Last time I did this, it didn't quite understand what a 70s muscle car was. It was more like a 60s, 62. Which is actually what Firefly did when I tried this on Firefly. Those are not bad. Those are mostly 70s looking. Like that's a Challenger front end, that's a Chevelle front end, and kind of a Chevelle. This one kind of looks like like an early 60s, like a 63 or 4, whatever, AMC piece of trash. But you know, the prompt coherence is a little weird. Like this has sunlight streaming through the broken windows. This one's like on a cloudy day. I mean, there's sunshine here, but it's like you don't see it streaming through. So like the prompt coherence here is weird. Like it might be streaming through a window, but I would, you know. Like, okay, so let's compare this. Let's go over to ChatGPT. We'll do the exact same thing. Let me grab it. Grab the exact prompt. Go to ChatGPT. And then I'll show you something here with ChatGPT that I think is one of the secrets, because the core technology here is very, very similar. The difference is in how it's getting prompted, and the difference is what the training data is that trains it. The basic process of how it works is pretty similar across these models. Right, so there's ChatGPT. There's your sunlight streaming through the window. That's definitely a 70s muscle car. It's kind of a hybrid between a Mopar and I don't know. It's kind of all over the place with his body lines. But, you know, it's definitely an abandoned factory. Light streaming through broken windows. But here, I want to show you something. So if you click on this image and you go to the upper right-hand corner, this is in ChatGPT, and you click on the little information button. This is the actual prompt that ChatGPT sent to the image model. A photograph depicting a classic 1970s muscle car parked inside an abandoned factory. The car should have a distinctive retro design with sleek lines, a shiny chrome bumper, and an iconic look that reflects its era. The factory is dilapidated with crumbling walls, rusted machinery, and debris scattered around, indicating long-term neglect. Sunlight streams through the large broken windows of a factory, casting dramatic beams of light and creating contrast of shadow and illumination on the car and the factory floor. The atmosphere is nostalgic and somewhat eerie. Right? It goes on and on. OpenAI put real thought into, let's assume that people are going to give us shitty prompts. And if someone gives us a shitty prompt, let's fix it. They're not asking you to do that. It's not like prompt magic or prompt. It just does it. They just stick it in the background. And it tends to create highly coherent images and images that tend to be better than what you expected. Now, if you teach yourself Midjourney and you teach yourself all the prompting with Midjourney from an aesthetic standpoint kicks the shit out of DALL-E. But it doesn't quite have this sense of magic where you put in minimal shit and you get back something more than that. It can, don't get me wrong, Midjourney just consistently is better than anything out there in terms of image sophistication. Like DALL-E images all have a DALL-E-ness about them, which is kind of a dullness, a flatness, an illustrative feel. Even the photographs kind of feel illustrative. But this is good. Someone said try this prompt over in Gemini. So let's go try that. Oh, by the way, back to the ChatGPT one. I did not ask it for a wide image. It made the wide image. I don't know why it did that. Like, I don't know how it decides if it's going to go wide or square or tall. But that's pretty interesting. Yeah, it doesn't say anywhere in here that it should be wide format. Image should be composed to reflect a realistic setting. I mean, this image should absolutely be in wide format. It shouldn't be square and it shouldn't be tall. So it got that right somehow. Yeah, so there you go. This is better, right? It at least has the light, streaming in through the windows. This is some weird freaky ass. Yeah, these cars are just janky ass cars that don't really resemble much. But they at least look of the era, right? Might be a few years off. Crazy. All right. So that was making images. Let's go to new chat. Help me with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It's good at that. The one thing that I noticed that was nice was, we'll do this. So, okay. Have you compared the actual LLM part already? Not tonight. I did earlier today. I went live at like 8:00 this morning. It was pretty good. The large language model part was pretty good, but what I noticed is that it would sometimes get confused and not be able to reference shit that it just wrote. Like it would sometimes lose its context, which I thought was strange. Let's see. I haven't create a slider. Okay. So this is their example. I have an index.html file, a style CSS file, and a JavaScript file. Create a slider for me that will display images. The slider will have arrow controls. So there's HTML. Use code with caution. Learn more. Explanation. Sources. One thing I noticed earlier is when it wrote code for something, it said this code can be run in Replit. And it actually gave the link over to Replit, which I thought was pretty slick. But then because I'm logged into my old Gmail account, I had to switch accounts to log into Replit, and it just reminded me how much it pissed me off that I couldn't use my regular Gmail Google account. So I'm lazy. This is the other thing. People are fucking lazy, right? So if you're like, well, all you have to do is click in this and sign in this and do this and do this. Oh, the other thing that I thought was interesting about Gemini, like right up front, it says your conversations are processed by human reviewers to improve the technologies powering Gemini apps. Don't enter anything you wouldn't want reviewed or used. That's like a really explicit. That's not like we're going to take your data and toss it in like a refining model or like a fine-tuning model. This like people are going to look at your shit. So don't put anything in here if you don't want people looking at your shit. I that feels curious to me. Okay, I did this one earlier. So one of their 4 examples here is create a CSS color palette from an image. So it says upload an image. So let's upload. Let me get an image here. No. Well, that was the image. This is the image. Yeah, this is the image I did today, and it got these colors so wrong. Let's try it again. All right, so create a CSS color palette for this image. So it's looking at the image. Kyle, did you tell the nice people? Thank you, Modes, for pinning. Did I tell the nice people about the She Leads AI event this weekend? I haven't yet. Light gray color used for the book background. This is the black color used for the text and the border around the image. Dark gray, light gray, and blue. There's no light gray in that. The black color used for text, it's all white text. The dark gray color used for the drop shadow behind the text, there's no drop shadow behind the text. The light gray color used for the author names and the ISBN number. The author names are in white, there's no ISBN number. So like, this is not only hallucinating, it's just wrong. It's like not even close. And this is one of the sample prompts that they give you to test. Like these aren't rotating in and out. These are the 4 they give you. These are statically programmed in here, and this one doesn't even work. I find it bizarre. Where can I get back to that thing? Generate a book cover. Okay, so now let me see. Can you create an image with these colors on it labeled correctly? And I think it tried to do this before. Sure, I'd be happy to do that. Let me go look at the She Leads AI thing. I'd be happy to create the image, but I don't have access to the specific image you mentioned before. To create an image that best suits your need, I want an image of the color palette you described. So downloads. Where is it? Desktop. All right, there's the image. And there's the color palette. so like they're not even close. Like I mean, I guess some of those colors in there are close, but there's no dark gray, there's no black. There's certainly no red flower. It's like, I don't know, man. It's just odd. It's odd. Okay, since Anne's in here, Anne, do you wanna pop up on stage and talk about it? If you're still in here, let me know, and we'll pull you up on stage, and you can talk about it. Come on. So Ann Murphy, if you don't know her, she's an absolute rock star. So she's doing the inaugural She Leads AI Roundtable event, featuring inspiring women leading with their unique perspectives on STEM, tech, and AI from noon to 2 this Saturday, noon to 2 Pacific. So how you... Oh, no, sleeping. Okay. Wait, Ann, I thought we talked about this. There's no sleeping in AI. There's no sleeping in AI. I was networking my ass off. I'm here. Peppy? I'm about ready to pass the fuck out. I envy you sleeping. Anyway, so if you want to join this, how you're going to get there is, there's a bit.ly registration thing here. So bit.ly/thegoods2024. So here, let me zoom in on this. So screenshot this. Oh, and then you know what you can do? Okay, you can actually do this in Gemini Advanced if you want. I think you can do this in Gemini not Advanced too. Or you can do this in ChatGPT. Take a screenshot of this, trim out that little thing, and then have ChatGPT type all the details out for you. But this is going to be a really cool event. It's going to be an amazing event. There's such cool stuff going on in this whole community. All right? So go check out that event. So how you're going to do it, you're going to go to, if you want to join the AI Salon and be able to find this information, I just gave it to you there to screenshot, but you can also go to thesalon.ai. All right? Go there. That's going to take you here to a link tree. And the top link is the link to the community. You can also go check out the GPT for Good event directory. So Ann and I, because we make good life decisions, decided to do a 24-hour event where she and I would tag team teaching people how to make GPTs for nonprofits. This community made 150 GPTs for nonprofits, custom GPTs. If you don't know what those are, go click on this directory and check them out. And then if you want to watch the sessions that we taught, at the bottom of the directory are the directions for how to make a GPT. And then this third link is the link to the videos where we taught people how to do that stuff. But if you want to join the salon, click on the first link. And then in the AI Salon, you can find cute pictures of bears. But also go to Welcome to the Salon and then read about what we're up to. Read about our values, exploration, collaboration, inclusion, empathy, and hot off the presses, gratitude. We just added this today. So we have 7 values. We believe gratitude is a practice. Gratitude is not just a feeling, but an action. Take the time to acknowledge the efforts, support, and successes of the extraordinary people in this community. That's what Ann's doing this weekend with this event. It's like beyond gratitude. It's like celebration. Like, check out these amazing women in this community. Especially if someone inspires you, go out of your way to acknowledge them, tag them in your posts, reach out to them, and let them know they made a difference. Love that one. So anyway, that was just added today. So that's what the salon's all about. And then just go check things out. And if you, in the left-hand side, in the community section, first thing I want you to do is introduce yourself, but you can go look at all the little different areas there. You can go check out our guilds. And then down under clubs, this one that says Weekend GPT Jams, that's Ann's club. So that's the club where you can find not just this weekend's information, but every weekend's information. You can also chat with other people that are hanging out in there. All right? Suzanne, I heard you met Leah today. Did you guys hung out, right? You went to the art museum? Isn't she amazing? Isn't that cool? That was so cool because we talked to her in the organizers meeting. She said she was just about to meet you, or she had just met you, something like that. So that's so cool. All right, that's what the salon is all about, and we pronounce it salon.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
I'm getting tired, people. I'm getting tired and sleepy. Tired and sleepy. Gemini Bear. Who's your little Gemini Bear? Yes, we also took a Waymo. Oh, cool. How was the Waymo? Was it terrifying being driven around by a robot? We're gonna have to get used to it. We're gonna start seeing robots. Like we're already starting to see people wearing the fucking Apple goggles. Did you see T-Pain today? He's like, I'm never taking these things off. I think Apple has a hit on their hands. I think they have cracked the code. If you sort of averaged out all of the reviews of the Apple Vision Pro, it's basically like I'm seeing the future right now. I'm talking to John Knack tomorrow too. John Knack's amazing. John Knack and I worked together. John was an intern at agency.com back in 96. Yeah, 96 or 97, something like that. And I had a whole bunch of old pictures from my mom salvaged off a boat that her dad had a boat, and these pictures were all fucked up. And I had John Knack scan like 200 wrinkled, crumpled, water-stained photos. He never lets me forget it either. And then he went on to become a big shot at he was Photoshop product guy for a while, and then he went to Google and did AI stuff there, and then he came back to Adobe doing AI stuff there. He's an amazing guy. So much gratitude and celebration. I know, Ann. It's going to be so nice. It's going to be so good. So definitely. So what's today? Today's Thursday. So you got tomorrow. So tomorrow at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, I do LinkedIn Lives. So if you go to LinkedIn, I'm at Kyle Shannon on LinkedIn. You can find me. Like my fat face is all over the place. I shouldn't call myself fat. Husky. Shouldn't be shaming the double chin, just noticing it. But anyway, go find me on LinkedIn and come hang out tomorrow. I do AI office hours from 11 to 12 every Friday. And what's cool about it, because it's LinkedIn, it's a group of people that are, for the most part, just doing like interesting stuff in business. And we hang out together. And it's what I thought it was going to be was like, come ask me questions about AI. And what it's turned into is like the same group of people kind of show up to this thing. And it's kind of just like a mastermind jam session. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, that's interesting. Like people kind of just sharing what's working, what's not working, what they think is interesting. It's got a really cool flow to it. But then we'd have to go to LinkedIn. I know. Well, I'll be back tomorrow night, so you don't have to leave the the warm cockles of TikTok. We all love our tickety talk. I wish I could quit you. I think that's the first time I've said the warm cockles of TikTok, which I think I'm about a syllable or two away from being permabanned from this place. Yo, Kyle, how are you tonight? The moral of the story: I am doing well. Thank you, Cher Bear. Thank you so much. I'm doing good tonight. I had a whiskey and like a third, and so I'm getting a little sleepy because I was what do they call it? networking before this. And you know how when you're networking and you're like, hey, what's your name? That's fantastic. I'm so interested in this thing that I'm completely not interested in. Would you want my card? Take my card. I'll have your card. Let's get on LinkedIn together. I'll never talk to you again ever, will I? No. Okay, good. Good to meet you too. It's exhausting. I'm trying to be more present at those things though and just actually talk to people. But man, they are stressful. I want to start my own club. What do you want to start a club around? It's possible. It's possible. We're one of the things we're exploring in the salon is the difference between clubs and guilds, and we want people starting clubs, but we want to make sure that they're, interesting, they have a plan, all that sort of stuff. Guilds are official AI Salon, sub-communities. Clubs, anyone who's doing something that the salon, can kind of support and get behind. Like it feels relevant to the group, then we'll provide that. So just DM me and we can talk about it. Is it 30-minute goodbye time? I think it is, Danielle, because my voice is getting crispy. It's a little, I'm sounding like I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. And doggone it, people like me. So I think it's time to start winding down the thing. Like interior art, etc. Interior design, art, etc. Well, so check out the Art Guild, Master Alexander. Check out the Art Guild. Connect with Leah Fasten, who runs the Art Guild. And then also Danielle, who's in here. She does Mad Libs to give people inspiration to do image generation and prompting. Oh, let's go look at speaking of that, let's go look at the Irregulars channel and see if anybody put up any interesting stuff in the Irregulars. What's this? I call it old people yelling about bear images. Oh, Pate, I'm sorry. We didn't like we didn't love your Gemini as much as we thought we would. Listen, I was fucking pulling for it. I wanted it to be kick-ass. And I will demo it again tomorrow because I know we didn't get to the actual LLM part of it. But yes, that is totally what we were doing tonight. And frankly, all day. Here's Kyle. Yeah, that's me. Oh my God, you just photoshopped that on my body? Wow, amazing. Because that definitely looks exactly like what I got going on. For sure. Beautiful. Master Alexander, that's beautiful. Oh, is that a silver fox? Oh, it's Corey Sandler. Gorgeous. What's that got going on? I did a version. That's a bit too tight in terms of the spirals. Make them more fluid, soft, and gentle, like angelic. Like angelic and wispy, but spiral-like at the edges too. I just find it like, does it? Oh, I don't care. Scrutinize it. Okay, thank you, Peyton. I don't want to actually hurt your feelings, but the Gemini Bear wings are just sad. I still marvel. I wonder how long this feeling's gonna last. I still marvel that we live in a time in history where an artist like Corey can just describe, oh, that's a bit too tight in terms of the spirals. Make them more fluid and soft and gentle, like angelic and wispy, but spiral-like at the edges too. And it fucking does that. I mean, does that not blow anyone else away? It's like every time I see something like this, and then I hear the story behind the prompt or just like the thought process, and I was going down this, and then I was going down that, and then I went this way, and then I went that way, and then I ended up here. It's like, holy shit. I mean, tell me that these things are not creative. Remember how janky DALL-E was a few months ago? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Steve-O. And this is the thing, like, Google's going to get their rash of shit for it not living up to the hype, right? They were the ones that put out the video, and they're the ones that launched this thing 2 months late, or 2 months later than they said they would. And it doesn't have any of the interface that they showed, and it does. Wait, the cat will hit the eastern seaboard in 2 days' time. Yeah, it does look like a storm, doesn't it? But they're going to take that feedback. They'll go throw some technology and some engineers at it, and it's going to get better and better and better. I mean, this really does go back to the Kitty. I told you not to bite that plug that one last time. This is Kitty's heaven entry picture from jumping on the wire, the lamp cord. Yeah, but at some point, these tools, all of them are just going to get better and better and better and better. Yeah, DALL-E was laughably bad for some time. I didn't ever use it, right? It was Midjourney or Stable Diffusion. And then it just got better. It just got good enough to use. Ooh, that's a gorgeous one. Beautiful. Beautiful people. You're doing Pate. We'll leave it. We'll leave it with Pate, with the old people screaming at the winged bear. It's so good. Oh, lordy, 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 lordy. All right. Put that up there. Y'all are crazy. Okay, so I'm out of here. If you want to support the channel, you can subscribe to the lives. That would help. You can buy the series that are in the corner down there. I only have one. I have one series right now that's called Underhyped, and it's a bunch of videos that I did talking about how large language models work and why AI is a big deal and how it compares to the early days of the web. There's a bunch of stuff in there. So check that out if you're interested in why I actually think AI is underhyped, not overhyped. Follow my channel. I've been asking for this for the past bunch of nights, and when I go look at the end of the night, not that many people have followed my channel. So, if you're here and you like this shit, follow my channel. People? How many likes do we have? 14,000 likes. That's respectable. Are you using Orbs to stream in TikTok? No, but I probably... OBS. Something streaming. No, but I probably should be. I'm on a Mac, so I know OBS works for it. At some point here in 2024, probably in the next month or two, I'm going to get my shit together. And we're going to shift... We're going to likely shift the platform that we do AI Salon meetings on to be multi-streaming. And then I'm going to do something with TikTok here. I think what I might do is do a split evening where I'll start out on TikTok and then I'll take subscribers over to like a normal streaming platform where we can look at shit bigger. Because it's really hard to demo stuff when I'm on TikTok and like people can't see it and there's always shit in the way. So I'm going to do something. Watching from South Africa. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So the other way you can support this community is to join the community. So join the AI Salon. So if you go to the salon.ai and then when you get to the link tree, click on the very top link and that'll take you to the AI Salon community and check out the welcome to the AI. Oh, I was just doing that as if you could see it. Anyway, yeah, just go there. Go. Fuck. I'm too tired for this stuff, people. Just go there, click on the top link, and go check out the welcome to the salon. Check out our values, what we're about. And join. And here's the deal. If you came here tonight and you watched my idiotic ramblings for more than 5 minutes, and you're still here, but you haven't played with ChatGPT or you haven't tried AI, knock that shit off. Start tonight. Go right now. Not like, I'll get to it tomorrow. It's late, Kyle. I'm in bed. I don't care. You're on fucking TikTok. Close the TikTok. Go over to Safari or Chrome and type in chat.openai.com. That's the ChatGPT website. Chat.openai.com. And just start interacting with it. Just start playing with it. Or go to copilot.microsoft.com. That's Microsoft's free version of ChatGPT 4. You can make images like the images that were made in here tonight. Go to copilot.microsoft.com and tell it to make you a bear with crystal wings, crystal rainbow wings, or whatever the fuck you want to call them. Standing by a waterfall. And it'll make you that shit. Like, go tonight. You don't need to be an engineer. You don't need to be a technologist. Dr. Bud, you do a fab job, Kyle. Thank you very much. Go play now. And then here's the if you want to be AI literate, I will give you the recipe. I will tell you.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
I'll tell you exactly how to do it. It's got nothing to do with these assholes that promise that bullshit. Go play. And when I say play, I mean play like it's a game. Play like it's a video game. Play like it doesn't fucking matter if you mess up. Play like, so you're clueless. So what? I'm just playing. Just go play. Go play with ChatGPT. Go play with DALL-E. Go play with Firefly. Go play with the video tools. Runway, Pika. Doesn't matter. Go play. Download Pi and have conversation. Just play. Play. That's step one. Step two, apply. Take some problem in your life or a problem at work or a problem that your friends got and try to solve it with AI. You're like, well, how do I do that? I don't know the tools. Great. You got the problem. Figure out what tools to use. So play, start to learn the tools, start to learn the boundaries, apply. And then the third one is the most important one, and that's why the salon exists. Look, salon. Well, no less. Salon. Talk about it. Play, apply, share. Share what you're doing. Oh, I just tried this thing and it was cooler than I thought. Great. Hey, I just tried this thing and it was a piece of janky shit. Great. Hey, I just tried this thing and it absolutely worked. Awesome. Hey, I just tried this thing and it was a fucking disaster. But you know what? It's kind of interesting. Perfect. Who do you share it with? Everyone. Share it on LinkedIn. Share it on Facebook. Share it at your stupid dinner party you didn't want to go to. But Kyle, they'll think I'm a weirdo. You didn't want to go there anyway. I'll tell you, Betty, this casserole is tasty. Hey, can I tell you about AI? Would you not? Gemini did make the GPT store look good by comparison, I guess. All right, everybody. I'm out of here. Thursday night. I'll see you tomorrow. It's Friday night date night. If you don't have a date, you do now. Come here. And if you do have a date, bring them here. Where are we going tonight? We're staying in. Oh, we're going to Netflix and chill? Sorta. We will put that quote on the Gemini site. That's good, Pete. All right, everybody. Let me do the little romper room thing here. Rachel Sparkles, good to see you. Tobias, as always, thank you for coming. Dr. Bod, fantastic. Brandon, thank you. Steve-O, fantastic to see you. Corey Sandler Pottery, good night. Steve-O, Sharebear, you're amazing. Robert Rossi, I don't know if Daisy, if you're watching tonight, if you are, we love you. You're awesome. Dr. Bod, date night with Kyle. Exactly. You have a date tomorrow. Whether you have a date or not, you got a date here. But Kyle, it's Friday. I want to go out and have fun. No, this is AI. This is a whole different thing. There's a whole different commitment here. Robert Rossi, Danielle, thank you very much. Thank you for your bears. Thank you for making the bear a new meme, at least within this community. Pate, good to see you. Mr. IT, good to see you. Ben, Daisy May, whining, but it wants me to log in and create an account. Warning might be habit forming. Exactly. All right, everyone. I'm out of here. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow.